Hey everybody, I am seeing John Wick 3 today. Now, I normally would be seeing this with Pat and everybody, but actually this is just going to be me. Pat, they went out over the weekend, and I had actually no intention of actually seeing this weekend, but I decided I had really nothing else to do today. I mean, there's a Sharks game that I was going to watch, but decided that I wanted to go to a nice matinee, get out of the house. The wife is out of town this weekend, so this morning, woke up early, watched John Wick 2, caught up with the rest of the series. I can say that I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the action of the series. It really makes me think of old 80s flicks, like old action flicks, where the story is interesting, but it's not really there. It's more about just like, how do we get to the end of the film with lots and lots of fun gunplay, which the series is really known for. The first one really surprised me, and the second one I thought was really good follow-up. So I'm looking forward to seeing Chapter 3, which for some reason has a subtitle, Parabellum. Okay, so we'll have to see what happens with John Wick and his choices after the end of John Wick 2, if you know how that ends. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, because they could be like me, where they really haven't caught up on the franchise. But we'll talk about it when I get back and after the movie is finished. So I'm just hoping that it carries on the tradition of just good action. You know, Keanu Reeves doing pretty well in this role. It's probably his best role since Neo. And yeah, we'll have to hopefully that everything is enjoyable afterwards, after I'm done, and I don't have this giant, I hate this film. Of course, I know this is the third in a never realized trilogy. At least I never realized it would be a trilogy. So we all know how that can go sometimes. So I'm hoping that, it breaks at least the curse of a lot of trilogies out there. Plus, it's got Jason Mantzoukas in there as the TikTok man. Love that guy. So see you back in a bit. Okay, everybody. So, normally there would be Pat, with me on this one, but I just finished seeing John Wick 3, Parabellum. Now, Parabellum makes total sense to me, especially with the way that everything ended in the movie. I'm not really going to try to do any type of spoilers if I can avoid them, but I do want to talk about a couple of things. First off, let's just say movie is really, really fun. For being a trilogy, and now maybe more, it's really fucking fun. You dive right the fuck into it, too. I mean, everything just takes place right after each other. I mean, the first movie ended, and then the second movie took place, I think 4 days later. And then this movie takes place the hour later after the end of the second one. If you know what I'm talking about, then you'll understand what I mean by an hour after the second one. This thing, right off the bat, one of the first things that you, see is in the library with the fight that's there. The choreography for the fight is fucking amazing, and everybody in the theater was really super into it. And then there's another fight that happens just a moment later with knives that is just fucking amazing. It's so well done. I don't know what else to say other than I'm completely blown away by this franchise, because it just seems like it's one of those things that shouldn't work. There shouldn't be multiples of these films. They shouldn't all be as good as the next one. There isn't a dip in quality, and I think that it really shows the director and the writers of the film, especially the director, knows exactly what the fuck he's doing with this franchise. So I just, there's a couple of things that I would definitely say are kind of on the downside. One, I don't know how many times he needs to be thrown through glass. It fucking happens all the fucking time, especially in the last 20 minutes of the goddamn movie. He's thrown through glass I don't know how many fucking times, and it's consistent. Other thing is that I thought that his dog was actually going to be involved in it a little more. Turns out, nope. Holly Berry, I liked her little section of the film, but it was a lot shorter than they made it seem in the previews. The motorcycle bike fight is fucking amazing as well. Those set pieces are really well done. It's honestly the only time that I really felt that it was getting kind of, I don't want to say tiring, with some of the action things, was the last 20 minutes of the movie where they're, in the hotel. and I really don't want to say anymore, but it's like, it drags on just a little bit too long, just a tad bit too long. But overall, I really fucking enjoyed it. I thought that it was entertaining. I wish, again, I know John Wick is a very soft-spoken character in general. Like, he's cool and calm and collective and everything. But I wish that he would have a lot more lines of dialogue than he does in the entire film. Like, I really feel that you could expand upon it. And I really like Lawrence Fishburne's character, the Bowery King, and hope that he gets bigger and bigger roles within the series. And that I felt like he was misused a little bit in the beginning, but then it makes sense why at the end of the movie. And it's actually very surprising. And the fact that they're, you know, of course, if a franchise is going to be big, they're going to be doing sequels. So that would be the one thing I guess I could say. But the ride is definitely worth the whole price of admission. Now, I do want to say one thing before, like, I should have said this at the fucking beginning, but I'm going to say it now. If you're going to try to sneak food into a theater, like, be discreet about it. Don't fucking, like, oh, well, you know, he's only got a little bit left, so he should take it with him. And when the guy says, no, you have to finish it before you go into the movie, and it's like 5 minutes before, or the movie's basically starting at that particular time, just fucking throw the shit away like your husband fucking did, and you still tried to smuggle it 4 fucking times. What the hell? Why would you do that so many fucking times? Just deal with it. You made a mistake. You didn't hide it well, and you had plenty of things to fucking hide it in, and your husband got fucking frustrated about it and just took it and threw it and chucked it over to the garbage, managed to make it in, good fucking shot, but you were getting pissed off, almost going back to go get it again. Like, oh, I don't want to waste the money. I wasted a bunch of money. Well, you wasted money because you didn't hide it well. Come on. And then, you know, these people, oh, God. The people in the movies that come at the last possible minute after everything's already started, and they can't, oh, I can't find my seat, so I gotta turn my cell phone on and make sure I can find my stuff. And then, you know, it just like ruins your experience for some of it. But luckily, it didn't really ruin everything for John Wick Chapter 3. So overall, I guess, like, without having Pat here, it's a lot shorter than it normally is. But overall, I'd probably give the film, it gets 4, you know, bullets in the bullets to the head out of 5, because there's a lot of that. Oh, the other thing I should mention, and I've noticed this with all 3 fucking films, okay? They like to do things to people in the dick in these movies. There are at least, I counted at least 10, there's possibly more in this film of something happened to somebody in the fucking dick. And in John Wick 2, I thought, man, that happened a lot. Like, people got fucking shot in the dick, got fucking punched in the dick, stuff slammed into the dick, constantly. I'm like, oh, maybe that's just it. And I didn't really remember that from John Wick. But then going to this, there's a ton of shit that happens to people in their dicks. Like, dude, come on. You don't shoot somebody in the dick. You don't send a dog after somebody and have them bite their dick. You don't fucking keep stabbing people in the fucking dick. What the hell, man? Like, it's terrible. Like, all the time. That's like John Wick's motto. I'm gonna fucking kill you through your fucking dick. So maybe it should be 4 to 5 dick punches. That's what this really should be. But yeah, other than that, it's really fucking great. I think that if you guys have enjoyed the franchise so far, you're really going to enjoy John Wick Chapter 3, and anything that comes after it, for any of these films. So with that being said, don't forget to go check out the new podcast. I did it on a film called The Hole in the Ground, which is an Irish horror film from this year. It's available on Amazon Prime, so you can watch it before you listen to the podcast. And then we'll be back for a couple other ones. You know, there's a couple other movies that are coming up that we'll probably also be doing reviews on in the next couple weeks. Godzilla, King of Monsters is fucking coming. I'm so fucking excited for that film. You do not understand how excited I am for that fucking movie. So with that being said, I'll catch you later, and full review next time, I guess, with Miss and Buddy Pat. So see you then.